Fantasy Philosophers is brought to you by fantasy-info.com.
Let's take a look at our 2010 IDP sleepers that we have listed here. We have regular sleepers that we like, and then we also do have deep sleepers. The deep sleepers, I would say, are guys that really may not even be worth having on your team to start the season, or if they do, they're just a real late round stash maybe. But they could break out this season given the steady opportunity on their team. So the one of the players, though, outside of deep players, the ones that probably I have liked throughout this offseason, and I like even more now, folks, is Michael Boley, the weak side linebacker for the New York Giants. Boley was really, at his age, he's still at a decent age to be able to make an impact. This season they were going to have, a retread because they lost Antonio Pierce there. They were going to have either maybe a Philip Dillard, a Jonathan Goff, be that middle linebacker. Well, now they went ahead and signed, this is a curveball, they signed Keith Bullock, that used to play for the Tennessee Titans, and he's going to play middle linebacker, and he's used to being an outside linebacker. Now he's coming in. Remember, he tore his ACL last season, and obviously Keith's going to have maybe a little bit of value there because if he's going to actually start at middle linebacker, that's a prime position. But I would say the Boley, because you have a guy like that there, it should seem to me that Boley should be able to cover even more ground, start racking up more plays because of what's going on there at the middle linebacker position. So there's a guy that really I think is just so primed to break out for this season. Other guys that we have here on this list, Derek Morgan is an interesting player for the Tennessee Titans. I don't know that he's going to start right away, but I know that team really is pinning their hopes, hoping that this kid can make an impact. I know some have said they hope that he can make the impact that Javon Curse made years ago. That's saying a lot because Curse was huge that rookie season that he broke out. So I don't think he's definitely not going to do that, but maybe he can be a good helper to this team. So that's a thing that you want to pay attention to there. LaRon Landry of the Washington Redskins, I like him as far as a defensive back. Taylor Mays is a kid that's really starting to impress me with the 49ers. I think he has all the physical tools. He's got the speed. He's got the big hitting ability, although I don't like, when I'd watch video and watch games of him in the Pac-10, I didn't like the way that he would wrap up. He didn't, or did he wrap up? He just seemed to lay a shoulder into you, and he's good enough to do that at the college level, but at this level, he needed to be more technically sound. It was obvious, and I think that really is what hurt him coming into the draft, and that's why he slipped in the second round. But he's taking care of business. Rod Woodson has given him a lot of praise when he went down there from NFL Network. He doesn't give out a lot of praise, so that was encouraging to see. I know that he's had a pretty good camp, but when you have Mike Singletary as your head coach, he's either going to make you a lot better with the details, or you're probably just going to get flushed out of there because you're just not going to work. And so Mays looks like he's working and everything's starting to move, so I don't see him as a starter right now to begin the season, but he's a guy that should be able to work his way in the lineup as the season moves along. And so there's a name that maybe you don't have him on your team right away, but if you should start to see signs that he's getting ready to take over that spot, you might want to nab him up a little bit before the other guys in your league do, because he might be able to help your team out down the stretch. And once again, we just want to let you know that if you're listening to this out there on the internet, maybe on YouTube for a video, we've got this, what we're talking about here, available for you. There's a link. It should be a link at the bottom of where this video is at, right underneath the text. And you can click on that link. You can go over and you can download this information that we're talking about. You can print it out for yourself to use at your draft. We have that available for you. And if you're also listening to this on a podcast, maybe like Podbean, Mepedia, any one of those, Blueberry, any of those type of places, that should also be incorporated. There should be an article with this as well, and there should be some type of link there for you to get back to the specific page that we're talking about for this cheat sheet or mock draft that we happen to be talking to you about right now. Good luck this season, and we hope that this information helps you have success.
For more fantasy football information, go to fantasy-info.com and sign up for our free e-newsletter. Good luck in your 2010 Fantasy Football League. As an added bonus, the Fantasy Info guys will include their 5 secret tips for success in fantasy football with your free subscription.